Well, I'm gonna burn in hell for the title of this video. I already know how many people are gonna be angry, seething, looking for blood down in the comments because I'm about to take a dump on Super Shitario 3D 0 stars. Alright, listen, I love Nintendo just as much as the next guy. I grew up on Mega Man X, Super Mario 64, Legend of Zelda. Hell, I bought a Wii just to play Skyward Sword, and that was literally the only game I played for the Wii. I'm a bit of a Nintendo fanboy, but even as a fanboy, I know where to draw the line. When I saw Super Mario 3D All-Stars got announced, I was actually pretty hyped. All the 3D Mario games on the Switch, which means I can play them on the go? Freaking sign me up, throw my money at the screen, give me a copy. But then some concerning stuff starts to come out. First of all, we figure out that these games are being emulated, which on its own is fine, but then you start to realize that, wait a minute, these dudes at Nintendo aren't going to make any improvements other than making it run semi-decently on the Nintendo Switch. Of course, it would have cost them more time and more money to, actually port these 3D Marios over to the Switch rather than just emulate them. But Nintendo can't be bothered to do that. They're much too busy making $59.99 off the fans who are gonna buy the collection anyway. Let me be clear here though. I am not blaming people who bought the collection. What other choice do you have here really? Nintendo has been super slow about releasing their older games on the Switch. Hell, Super Nintendo Virtual Console games had just become available to Nintendo Switch Online users on September 5th of 2019. And that's only if you actually pay for the online. Before I get too off topic here though, let's talk about the actual improvements made to the games in the collection. So first we got Super Mario 64, which they upscaled to a 720p resolution versus the 320p resolution on the N64. Wow, you're telling me they couldn't even be bothered to upscale the game to 1080p? Not only that, Super Mario 64 is still in the standard 4:3 aspect ratio, meaning you're gonna have those big ass black bars on the side of the screen because the game doesn't support widescreen. Also, did I mention that 3D All-Stars doesn't even run the game in 60 FPS? Nope, it runs at 30. Good God, I'm gonna lose my marbles talking about this. Did you guys know that there was a PC port of Super Mario 64 released just last month in September that is in 1080p, supports 16:9 aspect ratio, and actually updates the textures based off of the original texture files, making the game look better than it's ever been? You're telling me Nintendo couldn't have done this when fans are doing it in their free time, for might I add, completely free? Also, guess how many frames this one runs at? Do I even need to say it? It runs at 60 FPS, for God's sake, guys. Give me a comparison, Polly. Show it on the screen. I'm not even asking for a texture overhaul or an FPS increase like the PC port did. Just make Super Mario 64 1080p, give it widescreen, and good God, man, that's it. At least do that, Nintendo. And don't sell it for $60, since you damn sure aren't making the game run at 60 frames. It just sucks all around. Compare this to Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy. You think people would have let Naughty Dog slide with re-releasing the Crash Trilogy with increased resolution and some updated textures here and there? Hell no! People would have lost their minds. So why aren't people getting angry at Nintendo for doing the exact same thing? It makes no sense. Nintendo shouldn't get a get out of jail free card here. They should be held accountable for this. At least it's not all sadness and misery. Thank God with Sunshine, they at least upscaled the game to 1080p, and there is support for 16:9. Good job, Nintendo, you met the bare minimum for once. Still though, Sunshine still runs at a measly 30 FPS, and again, on Dolphin, you can easily play through the entire game at a buttery smooth 60, and it is a much better experience because of it. I just don't understand why Galaxy runs at a solid 60, but then Nintendo's over here treating Sunshine like sun shit. Galaxy also forces motion controls, by the way, so if you use the Pro Controller, you gotta move the whole thing around and around like you're mixing pancake batter rather than actually playing a video game. What if you don't want to play with motion controls? Don't even get me started on how there's only 3 games in this collection either. Like, damn Nintendo, are you saving these games for virtual console releases to make your online actually worth the price point? Or are the guys up top just actually evil? Also, Mario Galaxy 2, where's that at in this collection? It's not here. Wait a minute. Actually, you get the second Galaxy when you buy Super Mario 3D Galaxy Stars Edition, coming out in 2022, by the way. Make sure it's only limited time, though. So, if you want it on the Switch, you better buy it now, otherwise, you ain't getting it ever. That's another thing. Don't forget that they're selling this thing for a limited time only. Not only will they stop selling physical copies at the end of March, they're also pulling 3D All-Stars off the Nintendo eShop as well. As much as I hate Nintendo for this little stunt, they really knew what they were doing. Who doesn't want to re-experience 3 incredible Mario games on one of the most accessible and portable consoles of this generation? And you're telling me I can only get it for a limited time? 3D All-Stars was Amazon's second best-selling game of 2020, and it was released mid-September. Currently, it's at number 9. This does not bode well for the future of Nintendo remasters. Nintendo knows they can pull this stunt, and they know people will pay full price without them having to put in any work on their part. And the saddest part about it is that nobody really wins here except Nintendo. The fans are supposed to sit here and smell Nintendo's fart fumes and yell, "Oh yeah, oh give me more." We get half-assed re-releases of our favorite childhood games, and now scalpers can sell the game to us for double the price because of this whole limited time deal. Not only that, good luck getting GameCube games, let alone N64 games to get virtual console releases on the Switch after this one. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo started selling N64 games to us at $69.99. Alright, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit here, but I just want to close this video off by saying that I really do love Nintendo's games. That's why it makes me angry when I see them re-releasing their beloved franchises in these half-assed remasters and then try to make a full $60 off of it while they're at it. If this game was sold for $30, I probably wouldn't have even bothered making this video. But selling this garbage for the price that Mario Odyssey was? An entirely new 3D Mario game on the Switch with hours and hours of content available? It's inexcusable. Nintendo, just get your act together. Don't you dare release The Legend of Zelda 3D All-Stars and not actually include all the 3D Zeldas. Otherwise, I'm gonna be pissed. Because you know that release is gonna happen eventually, and they'll probably screw it up just as bad. Anyways guys, that's where my rant ends and yours begins. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought about this video, and if you like this video, don't forget to waha that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this in the future. Otherwise, Nintendo really is gonna start selling us N64 games at $70.